Hi Aries, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. I'm really sorry if I sound a bit weird. I've got a cough sweet in here, I have a sore throat, and my nose has started to run. I think it's because I've been in and out the cold. 1 minute it was sunny, the next it was snowing, and today while we were out and about walking the dog, and it kind of was intermittent between the two. In the van, out the van, in the house, out the house. It's just mixture of temperatures has just set everything going off. Anyway, so yeah, all the normal housekeeping stuff is down below, like how to book a reading, decks that I'm using, all that jazz, birth charts, and the subscription buttons down there if you want to subscribe. But right now I'm gonna get on with your reading for the week. It kind of feels like you're trying to bring something into being, and it kind of feels like that's gonna happen. It's like you're taking something from the ethereal, as in like energetic space, like you've had an idea and you're literally bringing it into physical being. You are currently the portal between imagination and creation and thoughts into physical, tangible things coming through, and it really feels like it's going to be successful this week. And let's see what we've got for you. Let's see what we've got card wise for you. 7 of Wands. So yeah, you may be feeling slightly overprotective, slightly defensive about something. Defending your choices is what I'm getting. I'm guessing with making this into being, creating this thing coming into existence. It kind of feels like, I get it, there's an element of feeling vulnerable, right? Like, this is my baby, I'm bringing it into being, it's my baby, it's my creation, it's what I'm doing, and feeling protective about it, protecting it energetically. So I don't know if this is something you're literally creating, or a business you're starting, or a relationship you've brought into being, or an idea, an invention. I don't know, but it kind of feels like you're trying to protect it, which is right? You've put all this energy into making it into tangible reality. You would be feeling defensive and protective of it. You have the Knight of Wands. I really like the Knight of Wands energy. It feels Sagittarian though, rather than Aries, but there is a distinct fire, like devil may care kind of energy to it. Be very mindful that getting defensive and lashing out are two different things. Defending yourself and lashing out are two different things. Be mindful that you're not reacting too quickly, too angrily, too passionately to something. I get it, the rebel in you is like, nope, fight the power man. But there are certain things you can't necessarily fight against and win. But yeah, no, it feels like you're embarking on this, making this into being is like a new adventure for you. It's like a new horizon. It's like a new, but you're so passionate about it. That's why it's coming to being, because you've literally willed it into existence. But yeah, there's kind of a rebellious streak in you, and I don't know what that is. But it's like the more you kind of bring out, I'm flying my freak flag. I don't know what that is about, but yeah, it's like you're chucking it out there like, yeah, I'm unapologetically doing this. But then when someone kind of pulls you on it, instead of going, yeah, okay, you're kind of arguing back or being overprotective, over defensive about it. Which kind of is like, well, are you that confident? Are you that, do you know what I mean? If water off a duck's back is kind of what you got to go for, rather than, sticking it to someone. Verbally eviscerating them is kind of what I've got. Somebody's getting verbally eviscerated this week. Ace of Wands. So yeah, new beginning. This is very much a creative, inspired move forward, new beginning, new thing into creation. It's like you dreamt it, were inspired to make it happen, and now you're making it happen. Let's see what we've got. Inspiration and desire have willed this into being. The Chariot again, manifesting, bringing it into being, driving forward, making it happen. Again with the Chariot though, I'm all for making it happen, and I'm all for like, I'm going to get there no matter what. But it's almost like that devil may care attitude. You are prepared to steamroller people to get to where you want to go. You are prepared to cut corners to get to where you go. So I kind of feel like that's, again, like this stick it to the man, but there are things that you have to follow in order to protect. If this is to do with a business, there's legalities that you need to do to protect your business right now. Don't cut corners. Do not cut corners. By all means, do what you have to do to make it legitimate, to make it happen. But there's some element that you need to protect it. And the more you kind of... It's like you are ramming your way through red tape barricades. And it's like, just follow the process. Just follow the process. Like, the more you follow the process, the more you'll be protected. But it's like you're lashing out because that's an inconvenience, that's an obstacle that's in the way right now. And instead of trying to find a way around it or working with the system to make it happen, you're going against the system. You're going against the procedures, the protocol, and you're just steamrolling your way through. Devil may care. Nobody, no, balls to the wall. I don't care. I'm going to do it. If this is to do with candles or something like that, you need to make sure they're legally compliant, because if one of them babies burns a house down, you are not covered. If this is to do with, you have to cover yourself legally. And I'm not saying this like, I mean, it's likely that nothing would ever happen, but you have to cover yourself. It's like you need the right insurance. You need to make sure you're compliant to regulations. You need to make sure that you are a legitimate business. It's like, do whatever you can, because it kind of feels like if you don't do it, you're going to get caught. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you're going to get caught. So it's better just to toe the line. And yes, it's a little bit inconvenient, but it protects you in the long haul. And if someone says, hey dude, you should be testing that before you put it on the market, or you should be covering yourself with this, or you should be getting a waiver signed if you're doing some sort of treatment on someone, or it's that kind of thing. Like, it's there for a reason. It's there to protect you as a business, so no one can come to you and go, they ruined my life. They ruined my house burnt down because the candle exploded, or, you know, or my cat lapped up a wax melt and now it's dead, kind of thing. And it's like, yes, that's not directly your fault. Maybe they did leave it burning for 2 hours or whatever, and it overheated and blew up, or whatever, they left it unattended. But at the end of the day, if you've not followed the right paperwork and covered yourself legally, they can go, well, there was nothing on there to say that I had to burn it for a maximum of 4 hours, or there's nothing there to say I cut the wick before they started to a certain length before they reignited the candle, or there's, I don't know, they didn't tell me that I could have this reaction to having a Reiki treatment. You know, I could have this healing crisis, or it's that kind of energy. It's like, but they didn't say that I had to sign XYZ before I could like pierce their ears or cut their hair, or do you know what I mean? Or it's like, oh, well, we'll just bleach your hair, and then they have a reaction to the bleach, and you're like, oh crap, I didn't cover myself by doing a skin test. Or it's that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are procedures there for a reason, to protect your business as much as it is to protect the person. And you kind of need to do that. Don't just fly through it thinking, do you know what, doesn't matter, what's the likelihood, it will probably never happen. You have to cover yourself in case it does happen. King of Pentacles, yeah, protect your investment, protect your business, protect your, in order to, it's security, it's protecting your business. If you're not covering yourself, oh my god, you're leaving yourself open to be prosecuted or sued or whatever, and that's going to cost money, that's going to shut down your business, it's going to shut down your life in some cases. I'm all for having ambition, but people know, successful business people know that you have to be compliant, you have to work with the law, you have to make things happen in order to be successful. Because you could have a successful business, and all it takes is one slip up that you haven't covered yourself for, and they take everything. They take the house and everything. Copyright as well. Do not go into copyright, because they will take your house. Some of those companies will take your house. It's not even worth entertaining it. Yes, it'll get you sales up really quickly, but it also brings you up into that. If you're selling it as something like Disney, for example, if you sell Disney products, and you can put inspired by you writing inspired by Disney, you are instantly saying, I've used Disney as my inspiration, I'm profiting off of Disney. They will come in and go, they've ripped off our copyright. They even know they're infringing it because it's inspired by us. And there are people that have had their houses taken because they've gone into copyright infringement. So yeah, don't even go there. It's not worth it. Yeah, that was think that was the Tower, because it kind of feels like something's going to come in, and if you haven't got a strong structure to weather that storm, it's like, let's see which way it comes up, but it's like if you haven't protected yourself, if you haven't made sure you have sturdy foundations, that you follow the legislations, then something's going to happen. Sudden upheaval, pride and disaster. It's like, this is your warning, right? Just make sure everything's in line, make sure your paperwork's all good, make sure you filled your tax return, make sure whatever, because all this work you're doing for this business, because it really feels like it's a business, everything you're doing, if something comes in, if shit comes in and hits the fan, you're screwed. That's basically what I'm getting. This is like your heads up. Get it done, get it structured, get it watertight before the storm comes in. Because if that storm comes in and disaster happens and people are affected by it and damaged by it, you're not covered, you're not protected. So this is, get yourself protected now. Make sure you're covered. Make sure you've ticked every box. That's really what I'm getting, Aries. Like, you need to, if you care that much about your business, make sure you're legal. Make sure you're following the legislations, the guidance, the regulations, the testing that needs doing. Whatever it is, do it, because otherwise something's going to come and bite you in your ass and you have not got a leg to stand on. So that's the warning that's coming from this read, Aries, and I really hope that is of some use to you. But yeah, that felt heavy. Don't stick it to the man. Comply with the man. The man will protect you. If you follow what the man says, you'll go, well, the man told me to do this and I've done it all, I'm covered. So yeah, go for it. Make sure you're insured. Make sure you're testing. Make sure you're compliant. And do all that. So I hope that is of some use to you, Aries, and hopefully I will see you again next week. Bye for now.